Hello, welcome to Mowgli TV. In this video, I'm going to talk you through a MIDI hack that might just be what you're looking for to really improve the hands-on control that you've got over Resolume with your MIDI controller. Well, Resolume's MIDI implementation is quite comprehensive and it keeps improving with every new version. There's something that has been lacking since the very beginning. I've requested this feature in the forum, but it's never been implemented and I'm not entirely sure why. What I'm talking about is the ability to be able to control parameters from clips playing on different layers without having to select the clip or the layer first. And you might think, oh, what's this good for? Well, it's good for a lot of things. Let's say, for example, you're into scratching video. You could have jog wheels that allow you to manipulate each of those layers instantly. The only way to do this currently is to go through every single clip in a layer and map every single clip that you've got to the relevant jog wheel. Not fun or practical. What I'm suggesting is that you should be able to just map your controller to whatever clip is playing on a given layer, which gives a lot more control. Other examples that you might want to use this for is the cue marks. You could be jumping around on the cue marks of 3 different videos without having to select a layer first, which completely kills the moment and the performance. Other times where I've encountered this problem have been when I use my generative content, which I usually control with the dashboard of the clip, and need to select a layer before I can control that. It would be a lot easier if I could just map my controller to the dashboard of whatever clip is currently playing on a given layer. So I have a set of pods to control any clip playing on layer 1, a set of pods for controlling any clip playing on layer 2, a set of pods for controlling any clip that's playing on layer 3. This will give you a much more hands-on and dynamic approach to using your MIDI controller. So here is the solution to the problem. Let's jump into Resolume. So here we've got one of the compositions that I use with a ton of generative content. Every single clip that you see here is generated entirely within Resolume. And if you go through them, you can see here that there's some dashboard controls mapped to different parameters for all of them. So let's say that I want to control the dashboard of layer 2. Currently, to do it the proper way, you would have to go through each one of these clips and literally map every single one's dashboard to your MIDI controller. As I've pointed out earlier, this is just not really practical. So here's how you would go about that. Here I've got my MIDI Fighter Twister, and basically what I would like to do is have this row of controllers controlling the dashboard of where it's playing on layer 3, layer 2, and layer 1. So you go into your shortcuts, edit MIDI, and then I'm just gonna map layer 3, for example. So the trick is very simple. What you do is you first click on the layer select and then map one of your knobs, the first one in this case, to that. Then you go to the dashboard, select that first knob and map the same control that you've assigned to the layer to that over there. So you see I've got channel 1 CC64, and here I've got channel 1 CC64. So now if we look at the settings here, I see the target is selected clip. What this means is that when I turn that knob, it's first going to select layer 3, and doing that is going to select whichever clip is playing on that layer. So that is where the hack lies. Let's see how this works in practice. I'm going to get out of the MIDI mapping mode. I'm just touching the first knob, layer 3. So as you'll see, it selects layer 3 and then it controls the dashboard. If you want to do this for the entirety of your dashboard, you will have to repeat the process 8 times, once for each knob, which again is not ideal, but it's a lot easier than doing it for every single clip that you might have on your composition. Now, having said that, this is a hack. It's not perfect. Sometimes it doesn't work properly because MIDI messages might have a bit of delay and suddenly you're controlling the wrong layer. So it's not 100% foolproof, but it's a way of trying to achieve what I want to achieve, which is something that I hope that Resolume implements very soon. There's myriad other uses. Let's say, for example, that you want to use your hot cues or the BEATLOOPR. If you got a pad controller like a trigger finger or anything with an APC style grid, it'll be very simple to have 4 layers mapped so that you can juggle 4 layers up in one go. The possibilities are endless. If you think that this functionality should be added to the next release of Resolume, please go to the forum and vote on it. Link in the description. I hope you do, because I will be really happy if they implemented this properly so I can stop using this hack, which is not 100% foolproof. As always, please like and subscribe, as it really helps my channel, and I hope to see you here next time.